Hi everyone, and welcome back to Relationship Reset Academy. I'm Michael Flynn, and with over 15 years of experience as a relationship counselor, I've helped countless couples reconnect and rebuild their relationships. If you're looking for expert advice, you've come to the right place. I know how tough it can be when you're trying to figure out the right thing to say to your ex to make her miss you and want to reconnect. But here's the good news, it's not about perfect words. It's about saying things that resonate and remind her why she fell for you in the first place. In this video, I'm going to share exactly what to say to your ex-girlfriend to get her back fast. Whether you've just gone through a breakup or you're hoping to rekindle that spark, these tips will give you the confidence to open the door to a fresh start. And make sure to stay till the end because I'll be revealing a crucial phrase that has worked wonders for my clients and could be the game changer you're looking for. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Relationship Reset Academy and hit the bell icon. This way, you'll never miss out on the advice that could transform your relationship. Now, let's jump into it. The truth is, the words you use matter, but how you say them is just as important. Confidence, calmness, and clarity are your secret weapons here. Let me break it down for you step by step so you can know exactly what to say and when. Step 1. Start with a calm, sincere message. I know you might be tempted to send something dramatic or overly emotional, but trust me, that's not the way to go. The first thing you want to do is reach out in a way that feels natural and shows you're in control of your emotions. Think about it, you don't want to overwhelm her with your feelings all at once. Start with something simple like, "Hey, I've been doing a lot of thinking about us, and I just wanted to say I really appreciate the time we spent together." Notice how that's not too heavy, but it opens the door for a deeper conversation. This message does a few important things. First, it shows maturity. You're not jumping into an emotional roller coaster, and you're not bombarding her with guilt or pressure. Second, it's direct. No games, no mixed signals. Third, it's about showing respect for the time you had together. Even if things ended badly, acknowledging the good parts sets a positive tone for what's to come. Now, when she gets this message, she's not going to feel cornered or defensive. Instead, she'll feel like you've had time to reflect and approach her in a calm, composed way. This is key because you want her to remember the good parts of the relationship, not the drama that led to the breakup. That first message is your opportunity to start fresh without the emotional baggage. Step 2. Acknowledge the breakup without blame. You need to take responsibility for your part in the relationship's challenges. That doesn't mean you have to accept all the blame, but you can't go into this pointing fingers. Saying something like, "I realize we both had our challenges, and I take responsibility for my part in it," can be a game changer. What does this accomplish? It shows her that you're not trying to minimize the problems you had. You're acknowledging that the relationship wasn't perfect, but you're also showing maturity by taking accountability for your actions. Trust me, this is a huge part of the process. When you avoid blame, you help keep the conversation from getting into a defensive space. This way, she can hear what you're saying without getting caught up in past mistakes. Here's why it works so well. It's not about being perfect. Nobody is. But when you can show her you've done the hard work of reflecting on your mistakes and growing from them, it makes you more attractive. It tells her, "I'm not the same person I was when we broke up." And guess what? People love to see growth, it's magnetic. Just remember, keep it respectful, and be sincere. Don't make it a, "You did this, I did that" conversation. Focus on how you can both move forward. The goal here is not to open up old wounds but to show you've learned from the past and are ready to have a better, more evolved conversation. And hey, if you want more word-for-word examples to spark that connection, head over to romancedictionary.com/x. That resource is packed with powerful phrases and strategies to get her attention and bring her closer again. Step 3. Remind her of the connection you shared. You're not begging her to come back. You're reigniting the spark by reminding her of the good times. This isn't about being manipulative, it's about sparking those feelings of fondness and nostalgia. Saying something like, "You know, I was just thinking about that road trip we took last summer. It reminded me of how much fun we had together can be powerful. What you're doing here is tapping into the positive emotions that came from shared experiences. People forget how easy it is to get caught up in the negatives after a breakup. You've got to show her that, underneath everything, there was real connection and joy. Don't go overboard, though. Keep it light and genuine. This is about creating an atmosphere of comfort, not pressure. Now, this is important. Don't just throw out random memories. Be specific. If there's a memory that you know holds value, bring it up. Maybe it's a moment that made you both laugh until you cried, or a time when you supported each other during a tough situation. Whatever it is, make sure it's something that will spark those positive emotions for her. The goal is for her to remember the moments that made her feel close to you, the little things that made her smile. You're not asking for anything back at this stage, you're just offering a window into the good moments you both had. This can plant a seed in her mind that reminds her of who you were before the breakup, and why she might want to try again. But remember, it's not about forcing anything, it's about being real, reminding her of the best parts of your time together, and letting her feel comfortable with the idea of talking to you again. Step 4. End with an invitation for dialogue. You've set the tone, acknowledged the breakup, and sparked some positive emotions. Now, it's time to leave the door open for further communication. The last thing you want to do is put pressure on her to make a decision right away. That's not how things work when you're trying to rebuild a connection. You could say something like, "I'd love to catch up and hear how you've been, no pressure, just whenever you're ready." Notice how that doesn't demand anything from her. It's an open invitation, but it's up to her when she wants to respond. This is critical because, at this stage, you need to give her the space to come to you, not rush her into anything. What you're showing here is patience and respect. You're not texting her every 5 minutes, trying to get a response. You're letting her take the lead when she feels ready. That kind of respect will build trust and make her feel more comfortable with you. Remember, the ultimate goal is to re-establish communication on good terms, not to rush the process. If you've done everything right up to this point, she's going to be much more likely to respond to you. If she doesn't right away, don't sweat it. The ball is in her court, but now you've given her the opportunity to re-engage without feeling cornered or overwhelmed. And when she's ready to talk, she'll remember the space you gave her, and that can lead to a much more positive, open conversation. Now listen, these steps work best when combined with a clear plan. If you're ready to take it further, I highly recommend checking out romancedictionary.com/x. You'll find more strategies to deepen your connection and get results faster. Winning your ex back isn't about saying the perfect words, it's about being authentic, confident, and intentional. And here's the thing, whether it's through a text, a call, or a face-to-face conversation, you've got this. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment below and let me know which step you're going to try first, or share a question you have about your situation. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Relationship Reset Academy. I've got more videos to help you reset, rebuild, and thrive in your love life. Also, check out the links in the description for more ways to rebuild your connection and reset your relationship. Stick around and watch my next video for even more tips to create the relationship you've always wanted. See you there. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and remember, you're one step closer to the love you deserve.